do what you gotta do.
I don't know why it's doing.
You want just make it go live on YouTube and then post the link on Facebook.
It did it by itself. We're up.
It's just not on. Hi, good morning, everybody. This is Andrew Miller alongside the rest of the WVRC crew. Having a little technical issues as per usual on the first stream of the season for wrestling. We are live, though, at the Castle for the 2024 Gary Bender Invitational. Matt White joining us. Swolby is running the graphics and the scoreboard for us. We're getting set to go here on mat number 1. We'll talk about the entirety of the tournament, how it will unfold here in just a bit, but we are started here on mat 1. Roane County versus Man. Again, this is a dual/individual tournament. Each team will wrestle each other team, and then at the end of 5 sessions, they will individually place wrestlers into finals matches at the end of the day. So kind of a hybrid tournament here for both teams. Taking a look at our 106 for Roane County. Jimenez for the Raiders and Mills for Man. Well, Matt's a little slow start getting started for us, but we are on the air finally, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, you would think that being at home, you get some home cooking, but internet is a problem everywhere in the state of West Virginia.
Very good start here for Jimenez. He's got Mills in a nice pin position.
Roane County had a couple of the JV wrestlers over on mat 2.
And then new scoring system this season as the high schools have adopted the new college rules as well. So takedowns now, Matt, are worth 3 points.
You know, I was just starting to get used to the old scoring system, and then they go changing things up on me. I'll apologize ahead. You've got the JV color analyst here with you. No John Penna.
It's quite all right.
He's working middle school.
It's been a very long couple of days for us here at WVRC. Big victory last night for the Raiders.
Just started.
Yeah, we are just getting started this week. Lots of action here in the first round, though, between Jimenez and Mills. Mills right now wearing the polka dot uniform, so it's going to be very interesting for us to keep track of this. We do have a list of names, but I said that was Mills for Man. In fact, no 106 for Man. So instead, this is Robinson from Polka. And again, that's what they do with this hybrid dual/individual format. Lots of teams, Matt, will bring JV wrestlers, extra wrestlers. They'll pull all those wrestlers from different teams together to make like an all-star team to have another team in the duel.
Well, the two Roane County JV wrestlers in the first 2 matches were wrestling with the kids from Chapmanville. So just you're doing your best just to try to get these guys some mat time here. First tournament of the season. Roane County missing a lot of guys that are, for a good reason, still playing football come next week.
Mills with a cradle in on Jimenez. And that is the pin for Mills. Good action, though, in the short match at 106. That will bring up for Roane County Noah Penna at 113. State qualifier from last season as a freshman. And another Polka 2 wrestler. This is Dean. Again, we have 4 mats here today. we are focused on the Roane County mats. Mat 2 is directly beside this one to the left, and then mats 3 and 4 are set up on the auxiliary floor, and we have dedicated cameras on those. We'll try to get you guys all the action we can. So first match of the season here for Noah Penna, coming off of a stellar freshman campaign, Matt.
Yeah, Penna came into the season unsure of himself, and it really blossomed early. And as soon as he got that first couple of victories, you could see the confidence grow, and it just kept going throughout his entire freshman year.
Takedown and near fall, 7 on the board already.
I think he's got some high hopes for himself this year as well, coming off of that great freshman year.
You know, confidence is everything for this young man. If he can gain that confidence early in the season this year, just as he did last year, the sky's the limit for Noah Penna. Penna's got big brother in the corner with him. Tyson Penna's here, sitting right beside Coach Mack. Well, even if Noah wouldn't admit it, Matt, having Tyson in the house sometimes is probably good for his wrestling abilities.
Well, it definitely helps from the wrestling standpoint. Penna nearly gets a roll through there. Trying to keep that tight waist.
Working nicely from the top, trying to pin that elbow. He's got the turn. He'll get more back points coming. Well, Noah looking very much the part of Tyson with the long legs, long arms, utilizing that length. At 113, if you've got a lot of leverage.
Penna now with an 11-0 lead.
And I do like the new rules for that, Matt. If you blink, you could end this in a tech fall very quickly.
Yeah, they've increased the scoring for back points as well.
Coming up on deck at 120 pounds for Roane County, freshman Maddox Mitchell. Some quality youngsters on this roster this year for Coach Jarvis and the Raiders.
And it's always a big thing just to have numbers. You can't go into a season with just a handful of guys. It makes practice time that much more difficult.
Well, Penna gave up the head there. Nicely done by Dean, but Penna, again, he's been through the trials, so he knows how to get out of these situations. It was a good takedown, though, for...
Yeah, he was in a bad spot and rolled through, got the reversal.
Continuing to work hard. He needs just another turn here, and he's got 1 minute and 20 seconds to do it. Looking for the mixer. He's got the roll. Now, can he sink in a pin versus a tech fall?
He's got the points.
Trying to lift on the head here. He'll dig that chin into the shoulder of Dean.
Got to get heavy.
Still 1 minute remaining in period number 2. And that will do it. So a great start to Noah Penna's sophomore campaign with a tech fall 18-1. Wonder if he gives Swolby a look here. Not yet. So we will actually have now a man wrestler at 120. So we'll be back to man at 120. Maddox Mitchell versus Hoosier from man. And as quickly as they get started, they have to pause. Got to get the time set. We will get to all the mats directly, Amanda. Hang tight. We will get to all those mats. Boy, a quick takedown here for Hoosier. Mitchell in a tough situation. Good fight from bottom, but Hoosier's going to pin Mitchell to begin. So a quick pin at 120 for man. Roane County does not have a 126. So going to get a forfeit here. A Clay County wrestler listed at 126. So because Roane County does not have a wrestler, they're going to filter in a Clay County wrestler here at 126. Well, Amanda Gillespie asked, so let's go ahead and show the other mats here. Go ahead and show mats 3 and 4. Swobe on mat 3, Clay County versus Lewis County. That is the green mat. On the bottom, mat 4 is Lewis' second team and Polka. We will come back to mat 1 at 132. As Roane County and Van both have wrestlers listed. Yeah, this is the first match of the season for many of these teams. I was talking with Andrew Cummings, the head coach for Calhoun County, said they were down in the southern part of the state last night wrestling. But for many of these teams, today is match and meet number 1.
Definitely a busy time of the year. You've got, especially here in Roane County, you got a football team still going on to states. Basketball season just ramped up last night. Roane County Lady Raiders got a victory against Braxton County. You've got wrestling starting. It's just a lot of action here at the beginning of the winter sports season.
Yeah, winter sports kind of crept up on us just because of the lateness and the fact that the Raiders are still in the football playoffs.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, I like it. Roane County headed to the state championship game next Friday night. Number 2 in the state, number 1 Frankfort. Both teams undefeated at 13-0. Again, it's a wrestler for Clay County filling in at 126 in the match with Roane County and Mann. For Mann at 126, Stacy is listed. You know, we get these bout sheets and everything, and it was funny. Athletic Director Toby Ford was ribbing us up here a little bit, ribbing me mostly, about requesting information. And I'll take what I can get, which is last names, but no first names listed on any of these bout sheets. So
and like you said, then you get guys filtering in just to get some mat time in an exhibition match. It's chaos, pure chaos.
Well, it's pure chaos for us here. Again, normally we would have split screen with multiple cameras at the same time. Today, just not going to happen. We do apologize if you are looking for multi-camera looks on the same screen. We do have 3 and 4 listed, ready to go for you. We're just happy we're able to get a stream to work.
One of these days, maybe we can get that dedicated internet line just for us. I mean, you and John are award-winning broadcast team of wrestling last year, so you think you'd have a little clout. You'd be able to pull some strings around here, Drew.
Yeah, you would think that, but unfortunately not the case. Very interesting, though. We were nominated last year for a very prestigious award in the state of West Virginia that I had never heard of. Congratulations to WVRC for winning the Snyder Miller Media Award in the state of West Virginia. We got our main man Swolby working on the multi-camera setup here, so hang tight with us, folks. We're going to get 3 cameras on for everybody. Not that it has not created the chaos in his brain that we love so much. I think half the fun of doing these is watching Swolby panic, Matt.
It's definitely a lot more fun for us.
Very close match here. Takedown for the Clay County wrestler. Now expanding his lead, 9-4 on mat number 1. Tell you, there is something special about the way Swolby can work this computer and these graphics. Is this what everybody's seeing, Swolby? No. Okay. Don't worry, folks. We got a surprise coming for you. 9-6 right now on that one. Okay, there you go, folks. It's as if he knows what he's doing. So the only mat we don't have live is mat 2. If someone would like to purchase a camera for us, we would love it. We'll take the camera, the HDMI ports, we'll take it all.
150 feet worth of cable.
150 feet worth of cable would be nice as well. And we'll be able to get a format system going. So what you all are looking at now is on the top, we are on mat 1. This is the Roane County mat. This is the mat we will be scoring throughout, as Roane County is on mat 1 in all of the rounds. Bottom left is mat number 3. The green Walton mat is mat number 3. And of course, that is Clay County versus Lewis County. And then mat number 4, the old maroon mat, that is Lewis County's second team versus Polka. Calhoun versus Chapmanville is on mat number 2 at the moment.
Who knows, Drew? Maybe one of these days a big donation will come in. We can have 4 mats, 4 cameras, 4 computers, 4 broadcast crews, and just do all of it like the NCAA.
Clay County 126 looking for a pin now. Got it. Third period pin with a 9-6 lead for the Clay County 126 wrestler. Now for Roane County 132 is Nichols. 132 for man is Brown. All right. The younger of the two Nichols. Both the Nichols boys heading over this year to Roane County. Wrestled last season at Calhoun County. Coach Jarvis very happy for the additions to the Raider Wrestling program. Again, Roane County comes in, Matt, ranked in the top 10 already this season in the preseason poll. Nichols with a nice deliver to the mat into a pin position. Brown trying to fight off this pin. Well done. Fantastic, Amanda. Mat number 3. So you're looking for the green mat. Bottom left of the screen. Again, we're scoring the top middle.
We talked about getting the addition of the Nichols boys coming over. Roane County without a lot of guys coming in today. Especially your higher weight classes. The returning state champ at 190, Lane Watson, will be wrestling 215 this year. Then you've got Hogan Greathouse, Tyson Freeland,
Leo Rogers. And then down at the lower weights.
You had Tommy Evans, who had an injury during football season and JV action. Not going to be here this season. Had to have some ACL surgery. Bradley Mace. Don't know if he'll get cleared ever.
Yeah, still waiting. He does have an appointment on Monday, so hopefully some answers for Bradley Mace and his family. And of course, then you've got Gabe Deaver, who is a part of the program, who's not here today. Lots of rest. I think there was 9. Is that right? 9 that we had added up total.
And Christian Hall as well.
Yeah. So a lot of these kids not going to be and won't be here next weekend for the Jason Eads, because the night before that tournament, they're going to be in Charleston playing for a state championship. Great start here to the matchup for the younger Nichols. Again, his first match in a Roane County singlet, and he has an 11-0 lead to begin.
But you know, with missing a lot of those guys, these guys that are here today, they're coming in here to battle. First meet of the season, trying to get their first victories and get off to a good start. These guys have put a ton of work in the off season. A lot of these guys help come and train at Alpha. They travel, go to camps, they go to open tournaments all season long, all off season.
Got an illegal hold here, locking hands, going to be called on Brown, so that'll be 12 now on the board for Nichols. Yeah, a lot of these kids from Roane County and Calhoun County spend a lot of time at Alpha in the off season. Healthy camaraderie between those two programs, you know, between Andrew Cummings, the head coach at Calhoun County, and of course Coach Jarvis over here. When they get on the mat against each other, obviously they're going to want to tear each other's heads off, but
well, that's part of it. But then you can get up and shake each other's hand at the end and say, all right, I'll see you next week.
Nichols just a takedown away from earning the second tech fall, and he'll do it. So add to the lead for the Raiders here in this duel. A great start. Jimenez in a battle at 106, losing finally by pin. Noah Penna gets a tech fall victory. Maddox Mitchell falls by pin. And then no 126 for Roane County, so a forfeit there, but Nichols helping Roane County back into things. And now Braden Tolley, another good freshman coming in here for Roane County. 138 pounds. Tolley wasting 0 time. Working against Dowden at 138 from man. Speaking of somebody, Matt, that has put in a ton of work, Braden Tolley.
Yeah, he's been all over the place. WSAZs, he's been a lot of different tournaments. He's won a whole wall full of trophies throughout his young career.
Solid pedigree. His dad actually right now, Scott, who was a Spencer High School and Roane County High School wrestler, is working the scoreboard here watching his son.
It takes a village. That's pretty good though. You get the best seat in the house.
Absolutely, right by the mat one. Tolley working on another pin opportunity. Steps over. He's got control.
Give Dowdle a lot of credit. Been in a lot of tough situations near pinfalls and just keeps wiggling out.
Tolley being patient though.
He's racking up points, 10-1 already.
Make that 14 now, so 1 turn away. And there's the points. So Roane County is going to earn their 3rd tech fall at least. And that'll do it. As soon as Tolley releases the grip. Or will he?
Nope, he's going to try to get that pin.
I'll take the extra point for the team if he can get it. There it is, 4 more and another tech fall. And Tolley did that one in the first period. So Roane County, again, very short-handed today. They do not have a 44 or a 50 today. So a couple of forfeits coming the way of Fraley at 144 and then Justice at 150. The question is, will there be anybody on another team to fill in here and give a match to the Hillbillies? I don't think 144 does. Or maybe. See Coach Andrew Cummings going over to one of his Calhoun wrestlers. So there will be a match here. Roane County forfeits it team-wise. Going to be difficult, Matt, for Roane County today to win a lot of these duels just simply because of numbers.
Yeah, like we mentioned, a lot of guys not here. You're giving up a lot of team points, but still a chance for these guys to get in the individual championship round with this duels format. You'll have a morning session, take a break, then you'll have another afternoon session of duels team-wise, and then we'll finish up with placements for 1st through 8th place.
And just looking down the rosters here, Calhoun fills all but 113 and 285 today. Chapmanville does not have a 106, 113, or 120, but they fill the rest of theirs. Polka is forfeiting 2 weight classes plus 4 more, so they're not at full strength. Clay County is full, except for 215. Lewis County is absolutely full. They've got their entire roster and all weight classes filled. Man, other than the first 2 weight classes, they have a full roster here today. So a lot of these teams, Roane County is going to be forfeiting weight classes too, because Roane County has no 126, no 144, no 150, no 190, no 215. So
lightning fast there on Matt too. Calhoun and Chapmanville already done with their first round duel.
Yeah, sometimes these things will go at a snail's pace, but other times they will work through very, very quickly. Again, we're in round 1. If you're looking at the screen at the bottom, it'll show you what team is wrestling on. And we have 3 of the 4 mats covered. Right now, the Calhoun County backup wrestler earning a pin against man very quickly. Again, Roane County with no 150 wrestler. So a Lewis County wrestler will come in to give a match to Justice from man. How you feeling over there, Swolby? He says, I guess that doesn't mean good. Well, unlike us, Matt, Swolby had the tough job here of trying to create out of blue and thin air a wrestling scoreboard, a wrestling scene, all the while listening to us complain. Well, me.
If he could have just done that earlier in the week, then he wouldn't
would have been great.
Putting things off to the last minute, that's what you get.
Procrastination leads to frustration. Again, we are at the weight class 150 right now, Roane County and man, but the Raiders do not have right now a 150, so a Lewis County wrestler filling in. And
this is where we do miss John Penna, because he knows almost every wrestler in every school, it seems like.
Let me look through here. Lewis County 2 shows a Watson at 150. So maybe Lewis County's second team, maybe this is Watson. They also have a Donnellan on Lewis County's first team.
Yeah, Lewis County definitely just showing up numbers-wise here today. Almost fielding 2 full teams.
And if you're wondering what mats you're looking at on the bottom, mat 3 is the green mat. Mat 4 is the maroon mat. Top screen is mat number 1. And Roane County will be on mat number 1 the entirety of the duels portion of this. So it'll go like this while we're watching this exhibition matchup. Man looking good. In round one, Roan Man, Calhoun Chapmanville's done. Clay and Lewis on mat 3, and then Lewis County's second team and Polka. In the second round on mat 1, Roan County versus Clay County. On mat 1, mat 2, Chapmanville versus Polka. Mat 3, Lewis County versus Man. And then mat 4 will be Calhoun versus the Lewis County second team. We'll have a break in between that. And then in round 3, it'll be Lewis County versus Roan on mat 1, Calhoun Polka on mat 2, Clay Man on mat 3, and Chapmanville Lewis 2 on mat 4. So just 3 rounds and then a short break. They'll set up the finals for first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh, and eighth. So with limited teams, Matt, here today and limited rosters, only 3 rounds. Normally this thing goes 5 rounds, so it should be a lot quicker than normal.
I bet that's music to Swalby's ears.
I told him 5 rounds coming in. He was thinking he won't survive. Yeah, mat number 3 is the green mat. Mat number 4, there you go, Swole. Appreciate you. Right now, the 150 matchup featuring Justice from Man. Justice with a 9-3 advantage. A fill-in wrestler. Roan County doesn't have a 150 right now. Fill-in from Lewis County. Roan County does have a 157 Mac Webb, coming off a tremendous freshman season as he earned a trip to the state meet.
Bumping up a class. He was at 150 last year. Is that correct?
Correct. He was at 150. Now, the interesting thing is one of his toughest battles last year was Wyatt Nichols from Calhoun County. Wyatt now in the same singlet, but Wyatt has bumped up from 150 to 175 this year for Roan County.
He's pulling Lane Watson jumps there in weight.
It will be interesting to see how Roan County fills out this roster once those 9 wrestlers that are still playing football get here. Obviously, we know that Lane Watson's going to fill 215. The 285 right now is going to be Isaiah Williams, but you've got Tyson Freeland, who was a state qualifier 2 years ago. You've got Hogan Greathouse up around that weight class. Leo Rogers right around the 190 up to 285. We don't know how that's going to shake out.
Yeah, I think last year Leo wrestled a lot at the 215 mark.
Yeah.
And he only weighed about 188. So you could think maybe he goes into that 190 area.
Boy, and he'd be strong at the 190 class.
Yeah, not sure what he's weighing in at right now. But
And then you look at the lower weight classes, 126, I don't think Gabe Deaver could get that low. Of course, that would be Tommy Evans this year, except for his injury. This is 157, Mac Webb versus Osborne from Man. Webb spent a lot of his youth wrestling time in Ohio as the family moved away from Spencer for a few years. Came back right before he got to high school for 8th grade year, I believe. Is that correct, Matt? 7th or 8th grade?
Yeah, I believe he wrestled his 8th grade year at least.
Well, again, talk about pedigree. His mother, Rhonda, an incredible athlete at Roan County High School. His father, Adam Webb, an incredible wrestler in his own right.
Incredible wrestler. He was one of those, you wouldn't believe it now looking at him. He's a big dude, but he was one of those undersized kind of offensive linemen, but just mean and tough as nails.
He wrestled at 189 in high school, Matt, and I walked into the gym a couple days ago and saw him working out. That dude has gained some weight in strength-wise. he looks like he is a 250-pound ox.
Oh, every bit of it.
Webb in a battle right now with Osborne from man. Osborne with that takedown, taking the lead 4-3.
Yeah, it really was great to get Mac Webb back down here in Roane County. But jumping right in as a freshman, going into those middle weight classes, there's a lot of really stud wrestlers throughout the state between 150 and 170.
One thing about Mac is you know that this guy is in shape. Nice little reversal for Webb, and he'll take the lead. He tried something new this fall, ran cross country, Matt, so he's got the lung capacity coming into the season already. And he leads late in the first period, 5-4.
Keeping that toe just inside the circle.
Love that new rule, Matt. Has been so much complaining over the years in West Virginia high school wrestling about all this action that could take place on the edge of the mat. And it used to be you had to have 2 feet in, 2 toes in. Now they have changed that rule to where if you've got point of contact in the ring, you're still wrestling over there.
Well, and you leave a lot of it there up to the official, as long as nobody's in a dangerous spot as far as, you know, getting thrown off of a mat and, you know, hitting the floor or anything like that. Let the action go.
Webb with a very quick takedown to begin the second period. Now blood time coming for Osborne, I believe. Webb now with an 8-4 lead. As soon as Swolby puts it on the board, no big deal. It's no wonder that Swolby panics so much, Matt. We put so much pressure on him.
Catching up on our Facebook stuff.
Well, he's multitasking. He's trying to do his other job as well, which is
Trying to figure out what's wrong with our Facebook.
figure out Facebook for you.
I'm just reading through all the stuff from last night.
We need to put Swolby on a mic.
No,
He could explain it to us.
I'll just lean in real close
There
with
you
mine.
go.
That way we can pick him up.
These mics are good. You can hear him. Yeah, you can hear him right there. So a little blood time right now in the 157 matchup coming up. Again, here's another youngster, just a sophomore in Forest Co., who came to wrestling last year, wrestled at 144 for the Raiders. And I'll tell you what, he had a really good first season. And he's bumped up from 144 all the way up to 165. Following that at 175, Wyatt Nichols. And again, then Roane County without a 190 or 215. And then Isaiah Williams wrestling 285. Lots of wrestling for Roane County today. The middle school in a 2-day tournament at George Washington, is that correct? Last night and today, that's where our good friend John Penna is. He is an assistant coach for the middle school wrestling program. Talk about a busy guy this time of year. And then the youth wrestling program had a meet last night? Today? I got to remember.
I made the flyer for it.
Swolby made the flyer. He'll look it up. So back to the action here at 157. Mac Webb, after the very quick second period takedown, leads 8-4. Webb's got that wing in. Tomorrow is the youth wrestling. Gotcha. Webb trying to crank hard. He's got that tight waist in, and he's got the wing held behind. Nice job, though, by Osborne fighting off the turn. Now Webb transitions to a tilt opportunity. Just trying to crank and turn, crank and turn. Osborne flattens out, though. Does not want to be turned. I'm no scientist, but that's a bad position to be turned in wrestling. Boy, Osborne's got a very strong base right there. Webb working really hard just to flatten him back down to the mat.
Coming back, trying to pick the leg. Osborne just sits out of it. Trying to come across and get that far arm, pick the near leg, and just sweep Osborne off of balance, but he's just unable to do so.
Well, give credit to Webb. He is trying multiple different turn opportunities, and Osborne is just based there, and he was not going to move.
Good scoring round, though, for Mac, 8-4.
Yep. Into the third period. And Webb will choose bottom position. Bit of discussion before that decision was made.
Try to get out quick and get some escape points.
He'll sit out, peel the hand, continuing to move and turn. Osborne threw that whizzer in for a second, but Webb still trying to work away. Still no separation just yet.
Osborne tried to get the single.
He still got a hold of that leg.
Good sprawl there by Webb.
Webb working
Still
hard to try to get Osborne off balance.
Yeah, still no points.
And Webb needs to break the hands on the leg.
He's got the hands broke, just needs to get to his feet, trying to reach through and grab a leg.
Osborne wasn't in the greatest position for a turn, so he tried to adjust. Webb now going to try to base up here with under a minute remaining in the third. Mac leading 8-4.
Still no points given up here in this third period by either guy.
Yeah, Webb chose bottom position. Osborne, obviously a very strong and capable wrestler. Maybe that's why it took a bit to decide what Webb wanted to do here.
Both these guys very technically sound.
Webb gets his first stall warning, not a problem. Just 20 seconds left in the match. Webb can stay belly down, and he can even give up a couple of these stall calls if he needed to. 10 seconds left. And Mac Webb is going to win a very challenging first matchup against a very strong opponent from man in Osborne. So a good victory. Add 3 points to the total for the Raiders team. Testing those lungs right away, Matt. 65 for Roane County is Forest Coe. And Vanover for the Hillbillies. It's interesting to see the changeover. A couple years ago, man had what, 3 or 4 wrestlers? Now they field almost a full roster on every weight class.
Like I said, that's the biggest thing, is just trying to get enough guys out to guys and girls now. We saw last year the first time that in the state tournament there was a individual girls tournament. That's fantastic. One of the biggest growing sports, fastest growing throughout the country is girls wrestling.
Very much growth in West Virginia. A few years ago, they had their first individual and team state championships for the girls, held midway through January for a couple of years, and then they decided we're bringing them to Huntington. And so last year was the first year where the girls state championships took place as well as the boys.
Took center stage, and boy, it was some great action. But yeah, that's what a program needs, is just to get numbers out, fill those weight classes. This little forward roll to get away, escape the action there by Forest Coe.
Couple of quick takedowns here in the first, though, by Vanover, so he leads 6-2.
Like you said, with the new scoring changes, he can rack up points quickly.
Well, you think about to last year, Forrest Coe at 144 with his strength was absolutely an animal. But you bump up to 165, that kind of evens out the strength battle because these 165-pounders are very, very stout.
Well, you see a lot of the 65 guys that, you know, they walk around most of the time 175, 180 in the offseason, cut down, and able to maintain the strength. It's a tough spot.
So 3 takedowns in the first period for Vanover at 165 for man. And he leads after one period 9-2.
And keep in mind, Forrest Coe still a relatively young to the sport of wrestling. Just a couple of years under his belt now. Some of these guys have been going at it since they were 4 years old.
So action completed on all other mats in round number 1 with a duck under. Looking for his first takedown, and Coe's got it. And over to his feet.
Yeah, that takedown narrowed the gap, 9-5 now.
Now reversal coming, and that will give 2 to Vanover. Coe looking to try to fight off a pin.
Tough spot, racking up a lot of back points and gets the victory.
So the first match of the year at 165 for Forrest Coe, facing a very strong Vanover. And man with the victory. And now our first opportunity to see Wyatt Nichols. He had wrestled last year at Calhoun County. 175, he'll wrestle Hoosier from man. Quick takedown for Nichols. This young man is an aggressive wrestler. A lot of times when you watch Wyatt wrestle too, Matt, he moves with purpose. Everything he's doing is to set up the next thing.
Yeah, he slipped right into a cradle opportunity there.
Got Hoosier into a cradle, looking for back points. And he's got the 4 count. And again, that's a difference. 2 points, 3 points, 4 points for near fall. And it's based off the counting system, so. Well, full screen action for you. Hoosier trying to break free. Nichols. Again, patient. Back down to the mat. He's got that near side leg trapped as he's trying to set up a turn.
Trying to hold that leg, get up underneath of the arm, not quite a half, just trying to get that little bit of a tilt. He's going to get some more back points here.
Appreciate everybody joining us. Just seeing one of the best wrestlers ever to come out of Roane County, Josh Craddock, tuning in. Nichols working solidly in his first match as a Roane County Raider. 10 seconds remaining in the first period. Suppose I could have had you add a clock cam, Swold.
Just put more chaos for the poor guy.
Although I think we're just about out of ports on our laptop right now. I had to add an extender for the USB inputs. It might have worked. Solid first round.
He'll look like Clark Griswold
Nichols,
plugging in his Christmas lights.
Nichols with a quick takedown to begin the second period. He's got a 14-0 lead. Roane County with 3 tech falls so far in this duel. And Nichols with a turn would add another to it. Sure, he would like to get a pin though instead.
Yeah, Roane County in team placement, you'd love to get every additional point you can get, but individually take the victory however you can get it.
And there it is. Tech fall for Wyatt Nichols.
Good start to his Raider career.
That is the last set of points that Roane County can earn in this matchup. No 190, no 215. Isaiah Williams is wrestling for Roane County at the heavyweight, but it's just an exhibition match. And I believe a Chapmanville wrestler going to come in to help. Thank you very much, Josh. Watching from down in Florida. Now, he laughed when I said he was one of the best wrestlers to come out of Roane County. He's just being humble, right?
I would imagine. He was a great wrestler in his day. I always said as an adult that I really wish that I would have went back. You know, you tell your younger self, hey, go wrestle. That'd have been great. It wouldn't have been great for me because Josh was a couple years older.
If you say he'd have been around the weight,
I would have been around that same weight class, and I would have just been practice fodder. But that's what makes you tougher. We've said that a lot of years about guys taking their lumps against the varsity guys, and it only makes you better. Jacob Summers, that's always been one that came up. He was getting beat up on by Brad and Dylan and all those guys, and then, you know, when it was his time to shine, he really made the most of his opportunities.
100% made it to the championship matchup as a senior. The underdog story of the year, I believe, that year at the state tournament. Again, round one in the books for all other programs except for this one right here. A couple more matches. We're going to get the new setup here as you see it roll across the bottom of your screen. We're going to have the round two match. And 7th and 8th. Nice takedown by the man wrestler right into a pin position.
Well, young man from Chapmanville got up a little gimpy, may have turned an ankle, possibly a knee.
Our good buddy Jamie Rothfuss tuning in. Bring us some bacon, please. Swolby needs it for sustenance. I did make him a pulled pork sandwich from the hospitality room. There's a victory for the Hillbillies at 215. And we will have an exhibition matchup. Isaiah Williams at 285 and Van Over from Man. And we should be rolling directly into round two, I believe. Round two. Roane County will be back on mat number 1 here with Clay County. On mat number 2, Chapmanville versus Polka. Mat number 3 will be Lewis County versus Man. And mat number 4, Calhoun County versus Lewis 2. Bill Jack said he's got you, Swob. You might get yourself a bacon bicket.
He better bring enough for everybody.
Yeah. Just make 1.5 pounds of bacon and bring it. I like it extra crispy, please. Not chewy like Swolby's. A really weird decision to like chewy bacon.
Makes me wonder why we even hang out with him.
I question it a lot. And then he does what he did this morning with our tech stuff. Both heavyweights heavy on the head, tying up at the moment.
Both just kind of jockeying for position here, trying to find an opportunity to maybe shoot in.
And Williams, a young wrestler, just a sophomore this year, and very difficult sometimes as a JV guy trying to get matches last year. He did get a few. He's a hard worker, we know that, in the wrestling room, talking with John Penna and some of the other coaches. Just trying to improve his skills year in and year out. Wait and see what he may become, Matt, junior, senior year.
Well, that's it. Got a couple guys ahead of him there in that heavyweight class as of right now. But you never know. You're one injury away, or you're You never know. Good job there. He tried to get that trip.
Mm-hmm. He'll tie up again. Ooh.
Yeah, good defense
Vanover
there.
was off balance a bit. If Williams could have pushed in.
Well, he was playing a little bit more defense there, trying to avoid Vanover going for that trip. Now trying to get the head.
Looking for a throw.
Spin back into it.
Vanover trying to bring Williams down. Williams trying to break the grasp. Unfortunately, Vanover able to secure the 3 takedown.
Yeah, just got locked in around the waist and used his weight to pull Williams down. Good round of action, though, there by the heavyweights.
Williams emphatic. He wants to go on top position. I think he feels like he may be able, strength-wise, to do something here with Vanover.
Yeah, I think the strength of Vanover would make it difficult to try to get up. He's trying to go on the offense here as Williams. Look at that, using the weight against him, driving those feet in.
Well, I like the confidence. See if he can get a turn.
Yeah, he's trying to get up underneath of that chin. Now looking for a cradle.
Well,
I think he just
hops over to the other side. Williams being very active on top position.
looking for a turn again.
Trying to grab that wrist control. You can see him hopping side to side, Matt.
Yeah, you definitely like the action here by Williams. He's doing a great job of moving his feet and using his weight.
Trying to pressure in on Vanover. Vanover, though, pops to his feet. Slides out just right. Earns the reversal.
Okay, just timed that one perfect when he slipped backwards. You got to feel that and know when the guy's trying to get his feet behind him and not get too heavy over the top.
Vanover working the half. He'll roll Williams.
He's
Still 50 seconds remaining. Williams in a tough position here. Though, love the battle.
That was a great battle.
I like the way Williams worked on top position. He was very confident, but give Vanover a lot of credit. He was able to work out of a tough situation.
Yeah, Vanover just able to stay flat on the mat and not give up that turn, but definitely love the effort.
So round 1 complete. Give us a few minutes here, and we'll get set up for round number 2 on mat number 1, Clay County and Roane County. Yeah, we turned the audio off for a bit. We're back, folks. Don't worry. Hey, if you don't hear anything, we are taking a little breather. We're ready to go here. Lots of matches taking place already. Roane County versus Clay County on our main mat, mat number 1, getting ready to go. Couple of backup wrestlers on mat number 2 for Roane County. Mat number 1, Jimenez at 106 for the Raiders, Bryant for Clay County. Jimenez was in a battle in that first matchup against a Polka wrestler. High scoring affair in the first round before getting pinned early second. And Bryant going to work on Jimenez quickly. A quick 3 takedown and 4 near fall. And Clay County, one of those teams that it's going to be very difficult to beat in the dual style right now because Roane County is just so thin in numbers. Again, 9 Raider wrestlers still playing football.
Well, like John Penn always said, there's 2 seasons to wrestling. When you get closer to the end, when you're looking at regionals and trying to place and qualify for states, that's when your second half of your season really takes off. Right now, you're looking at young wrestlers trying to just get some action and see how they progress throughout the season.
So a quick pin here in the first period for Bryant over Jimenez. And now Noah Penna versus Clay County's Tanner at 113. Penna had a big tech fall victory in his first matchup. Well, I'm going to miss the battles that Penna and Tracy had last year, Clay County and Roane County. They had some wars on the mat.
Oh, those 2 guys last season, just some of the best wrestling you're going to see. Who ended up getting the better of the overall between those 2 last year?
I think Noah may have eked out the most victories in the series.
They faced each other at least, what, 5, 6 times maybe?
Bryant has Penna in a cradle position. Noah trying to
He's got the hands
kick his
locked
way
in.
out.
That's going to be tough.
And there's the pin. Tanner got him in a tough position quickly.
Well, Tanner just had all the leverage and the hands locked in around that leg.
So 2 quick pins in first period action for the Panthers. 120 coming up now. Maddox Mitchell versus Quinn for Clay County. Here a mat slap over on mat number 4. Joe Mike Rector, long time and great referee across the state of West Virginia in wrestling.
Who'd you ask about his greatness? Him?
I just gave him the benefit of the doubt.
We love Rector. He's a good dude.
Mitchell in on a quick single. Maddox, again, one of these young wrestlers, just a freshman for Coach Jarvis. Mitchell trying to keep a hold of that left leg of Quinn. Trying to suck it back.